People always say that college is the best time of your life. Man, I beg to differ. Actually, you know what? I'll give you one. First day of college, I got lucky and I landed prime real estate right by the front door. The moving was smooth, easy, no problemo. Then, my roommates arrive, and they're actually amazing, they're cool. We're talking about games, we're talking about girls, we're talking about parties. In my mind, I'm thinking, yes, I hit the jackpot. Cha-ching! College is going to be awesome. The next morning, we found bed bugs. Yeah, I know, dream shattered. So they make us bag up all of our clothes into a big black garbage bag. And they give us $20 for laundry. And then they kick us out of the room. My two roommates, or should I say ex-roommates, get an empty room together. And for me, I get relocated to the 3rd floor. But it turns out that I have this entire room to myself. And it's the same size as all the other rooms. Wow, not bad at all. I'm not complaining. So that night, I go down to the lounge area because, I gotta make some friends. And I'm socializing with all these other freshmen, and from the corner of my eye, I notice a group of RAs just bunched together. RAs are like the police of college. There's usually 1 or 2 on each floor, and they basically help manage the dorm and make sure nobody lights the whole place on fire. So the RAs are just in the corner of the lounge, and they're all like, whoosh, 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 and then they glance at me really fast. And they go back to whoosh, 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 and they glance at me again. So I walk over there, and I'm all like, what's up, guys? What's happening? You guys have to tell me something? And finally, after a while, one guy says, okay, man, we're not supposed to tell you this, but the room you just moved into is supposed to be vacant. It's normally off limits. But with the bedbug problem and the campus becoming more overcrowded, they decided to move you in anyways. Wait, why? Is there something wrong with the room? Well, not really, but how do I put this? A couple of years ago... okay, go on. A couple of years ago, somebody hanged themselves in that room. Wait. What? Yeah, somebody hanged themselves in that room. But look on the bright side. You get an entire room all to yourself for the price of what you paid to be tripled. It's either that or we move you into another dorm, which could take like 2 weeks and then you'll be tripled again. See, I'm the type of guy who actually really enjoys his privacy. Sometimes I like to just sit there after a nice hot shower naked. Completely butt naked, not doing anything, but just enjoying the air move between my thighs, Oh yeah, just chilling. So I said yes. For the next couple of days, I actually had a pretty hard time sleeping. I just felt like super weird sleeping in a room where somebody killed themselves. One night I just couldn't sleep at all, so I decided to roam around the building to explore and get used to this new building that I was living in. It was like 5 a.m. So nobody else was up, and I was walking around until I finally walk into the trash room on the 3rd floor, and I look up at the ceiling and there's this hatch with a ladder attached to it. A hatch into what looked like some sort of attic. So of course, I climb up there, I'm a very curious guy. Here's a picture of the attic that I took that night, and as you can see, there's a path you can walk on. I looked down the path and I saw something all the way at the end, but I couldn't really see what it was. And I started slowly walking towards it. Now it's important to note that my room was the 3rd to the last room on the floor. And when you're up in the attic, you can clearly see each room because it's separated by scaffolding, which makes like a little box for each room. So I walk halfway down the attic and I see a chair facing one of the rooms. I start counting 1, 2, 3. It was an empty chair facing the entrance of my room. A room where somebody hung themselves. Oh my god. So of course I ran the hell out of there because I've seen way too many horror movies to go any further. I'm not messing with that stuff. And I never went up there again because I was way too creeped out. But actually besides that, there was only 2 other instances where I was kind of freaked out in my room. The first is I would always close my shades before I went to bed because there was an extremely bright street lamp right in front of my window. And one day I woke up and my shades were wide open. Oh my god. Okay, that one wasn't that bad. But one day I did wake up and the letters H and I were written on my wall. I inspected it and it wasn't like somebody drew it on there. It wasn't pen or paint or like paint peeling off. It was literally a different shade of white than the rest of my wall. It's as if that part of the wall aged more than the rest of my wall. Yeah, pretty freaky. But I did do this thing where I took both the beds I had in the room and I combined them into like a super bed. And I could literally sleep in any direction I wanted. So I guess my first semester of college was pretty awesome after all. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's actually a true story. Stuff like this happens to me all the time. So let me know in the comments below if you want to hear more stories like this. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, Improvement Pill, why did you upload this? What is the lesson behind this story? Honestly, the story is solely for entertainment purposes, but the real lesson in this video lies with the animator. He goes by the name SaltJackalope, and I have a link to his channel in the description below. When I first spoke to him over the internet, I asked him how old he was. You know, I looked at his work and I said, what are you, like 16, 18? And you know what he said? He said, I'm 12. What? When I was 12, I was playing hide and seek at the park. And here's this kid who's in the 7th grade. He just got out of elementary school and he's putting in dozens of hours into this project, which, by the way, he did in just 5 weeks. He told me he pulled multiple all-nighters and I was like, why? I didn't give you a deadline. Having that level of work ethic at that age is truly inspiring. So I guess the lesson for today's video is that for all of you guys who are still in your teens or in your early 20s, take this opportunity now while you're still young and chase those dreams. So if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely show Salt some love and check out his channel.